I'm Neil Sarreshteh. Been with the company for 21 years. Current role is market e-commerce manager. So I'm in charge of all things e-commerce related. I support currently about 18 stores. And it's everything online, basically, from an online perspective, online grocery and online pickup and shipping from store. Anything that's related to online is what I support. So my role is more of a support role. I get to work with store managers like Diana, and I get to work with market managers who have somewhere between 8 or 10 stores under their jurisdiction.
I've been with the company for 17 years. It's going to be 18 in December. I'm the store manager in Orange, California, and I've been a store manager for over 5 years. This is my third store.
Their job, their role in life is to help kids and young adults basically get their life back on the right track. And I feel like as a company, we can help make a contribution in that area for them. They do great work. Majority of the money that they gets spent on programming and not on administrative costs. And it is a desperately needed service in our society right now. So my connection is not, I don't have a personal story of someone who's been homeless that I knew personally beforehand, but I know of lots of people who have lost their homes, lost their jobs, ended up living in their cars. What a terrible thing, right? So my connection is with those people.
Although I've never been homeless, but just knowing that my son or somebody else's that I know child could possibly go through that, I take it personal. I'd want someone to take care of them like I would take care of somebody else's kid. So yeah, all of it like Neil said, yeah, that's personal.
Okay, the when part is a little tricky. It's got to be close to a year now. I don't remember the exact time frame, but about a year. And the way I came across it is, honestly, I was looking for a nonprofit that to get engaged with, and I was doing some research. There's obviously a lot of different organizations. I've done work with quite a few of them, and they've all been great organizations. But I wanted to do something that was more closely tied to how our people in our communities are living, right? So I was looking and researching. I just researched a lot of different nonprofits, and of course, StandUp for Kids was one of the ones that I found that I did a lot of research on. I researched like how much of the money that is given to the organization is actually spending on programming versus administrative costs, and that to me was an important deal. It was a big deal. I researched volunteer opportunities, right? Because I had to find out also, what can I do? Can I do something that make an impact, right? And there's always something to do with nonprofits, right? You can go bag groceries and take them over to the person's home, and that's making a contribution. Absolutely. So I had to ask myself, do I have any skills that I can help this youth with that I think is going to make an impact on in somebody's life? And that's kind of what I was looking for, right? And I thought, StandUp for Kids, just like it just checked all the boxes. It just checked all the boxes of all the things that I was looking for. But with this organization, I feel like I'm making an impact. I'm just going to give you an example. We were talking about difficult conversations and how do you talk about difficult conversations with someone, or how do you have these discussions without getting the other person defensive? And some of those conversations, they were about examples, would have been religion, race, political issues, right? Any and all of those. So that was the subject of the discussion, right? But I have to believe that discussion and obviously, like, I'm at least twice the age, maybe more than most of these kids, definitely more. So no, so to hear it from an adult who is just there to help, is not there to judge them, is not there to say, well, that's so stupid, why would you say that, because that's not what they want to hear. They want to hear, why is it that their voice doesn't matter? So when things like that happen, to answer your question, Mike, when things like that happen and you kind of go, I know he's not saying anything, but I know there's a little voice in the back of his head that says, maybe my voice does matter. Maybe it wasn't even about the voting. It was about like just having a discussion with someone, right? If you don't agree with what that person is saying, there are ways to disagree with somebody and having a clear, a nice, healthy discussion around it. But your voice matters, and you're the one who's gonna have to make sure that your voice matters. And yeah, I think I hung up from that call feeling really good. I was kind of doing my little happy dance.